I just watched a video on how men fall in love, and it's honestly making me really, really sad. To sum it up, he was basically saying that most men are dogs because growing up their entire life, guys just don't hear the nice things that women do. Like, from my personal experience, I know I was always told how much people love me, how pretty I am, how I'm going places in life, I'm doing great things, I'm doing enough. People are proud of me. Like, I have grown up hearing those things. But the sad part is boys get the complete opposite. They don't usually get told how much someone loves them or how proud they are. It's usually just how they need to step up to the plate because their role is to be a provider. They're not doing enough. They need to do this, they need to do that.
Yeah, I feel like as a guy, you never really get praise. It's like everything that you do is already like that's already expected of you. So when you like reach those goals, that's just where people see that you should have been in the first place. So it's not like you get praise. It's not like you're overachieving. You're just doing what was expected or doing what was expected of you in the first place.
They need to have this by a certain age. And it instills a lot of insecurity in people really, really young. So when a man falls in love, it's usually because they feel safe. They can be vulnerable. If you're someone that's sweet and nurturing and tells them the things that they need to hear and you give them the love that they have been searching for their entire life, they latch onto you, they hold on to you, and they never want to let go, which is a great thing. If your man worships you, like the guy in the video said, you deserve it.
I think that's true. I've had two girlfriends in my life, and it's like both of them I noticed that I become hyper dependent on the validation, I guess, because that's the source. Because you don't really get it from anyone else in your life, you know what I mean? Because as I said before, it's expected of you. But when you have a girlfriend, then that person's like praising you, yada yada yada. They're like the only person who compliments you, and you hear good things from. You know what I mean? So that's like your kind of person, and that's who you rely on as your validation, and just as someone to talk to in many cases. You know what I mean?
Great job. And it's not an excuse at all because a lot of men are dogs. And just because someone has a rough childhood or they didn't hear certain things whenever they were kids doesn't excuse how they treat women, how they go about their life hurting people. Like, if a guy is like that, if a guy has hurt you specifically, then by all means, if you want to bash him, you want to go the whole 9 yards, you want to dog him out, do it. Do it. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I totally agree with what she's saying. I agree that like, things can happen and you can have trauma, you can like react certain ways, but at some point when you get to a certain age in your life, your issues are your problems to fix. So, like if you have a if you have trouble like communicating because something happened, it's up to you to fix those habits and force yourself out of that and break yourself out of that toxic cycle of like behavior, you know what I mean? It's at some point, at some age, it's all dependent on you to take accountability for your issues, even if like it's not your fault that it occurred to you. You know what I mean?
don't be mean to a man just because he's a man. I know my personal experience, I let one guy hurt me really, really, really bad. And the last couple of years of my life, I've just treated them all like they're him. I've treated every guy like they don't have a conscience, they don't have a heart, they don't have feelings, they're never vulnerable, they're never sad, they're just these big egotistical assholes. And that may be true for this generation, especially my age, but it usually always stems from something, and that's not all guys. For example, I had this guy who was like unconditionally in love with me, it seemed like it was clear as day. Everyone knew it. I knew it. It was freaking great. And I think it was because I was sweet to him. I told him all the things. I was always there for him. We were friends for a long time. And I told him everything that he needed to hear. I was honest. When I told him that he was enough, I was honest. Anytime he told me his problems and I wanted to help him get through them, I was always honest to him. And he used to always tell me, the first time he ever told me he loved me, he said, I love you because you were the realest person I have ever met. And that has stuck with me a lot. But then when we actually gave things a shot. I let my insecurity from that stupid guy that hurt me forever ago, I let that insecurity seep into myself and my relationship. And I was telling myself, I'm not doing enough, I'm not enough, I need to do this, that, and the third. And then I let that project onto him. So,
So 2 points to talk about right there. How he was saying that, or like how some guy was like crazy in love with her because, she validated him, she was there for him, yada yada. I'm friends with a lot of girls now, you know what I mean? So then I kind of hear when someone, or like when some guy likes them, right? And those guys, they're typically, or in the cases that I've seen, they're kind of like lonely guys, or not lonely in the sense, but they don't have anyone close. You know what I mean? Lots of guys don't have like a close person. So when a girl is kind to them and they're there for them, then they tend to maybe mistake that for liking them. You know what I mean? Or they do like them because they like overvalue like the positive attitudes they're giving to them. You know what I mean? And also, yeah, what she's saying right here, where it's like she kind of ruined that relationship because of the wound that was still open from her ex. You know what I mean? That's like some quote. It's like, make sure you fix your wound or something, or else you're gonna bleed onto other people. You know what I mean? Like, I guess she threw away something good because she couldn't get over the fact that she was hurt in the past by another guy. You know what I mean? And that just sucks. I feel like a lot of people in our generation struggle with that because like a lot of people don't get over their ex. You know what I mean?
then the relationship crumbled because he wasn't safe with me anymore, because my insecurity of not being enough, not doing enough, made him feel like he wasn't enough. Obviously, if the relationship is going to crumble or if two people aren't meant to be together, it's usually fated that way from the jump. But I'm just saying it makes me really regret instilling that insecurity in him, because that's probably something he already had, and knowing that I could have made it worse because I wasn't feeling great about myself hurts my heart. And did he become one of those egotistical assholes to me after all of that? Of course, I'm never going to excuse his behavior. But just because I know in my character, I've never been someone that is super mean to people, especially guys, just because they're a guy, it makes me really, really sad. So I guess moral of the story is men have hearts, men have a conscience, men have feelings. If you're a man and you're watching this is not like you should be treated like a princess, because I still believe that the role for men and women should be like masculine and feminine. Like, I shouldn't be getting on my knees to tie your shoelaces all the time. But I'm just saying, give people more grace in general, not just men, just everyone in life. Even if someone has wronged you, it's not okay to treat them badly, because just because someone has hurt you, you never know what is going on inside of their head and inside of their heart. They could be battling themselves every single day for what they did to you, and you would have no idea. I don't even remember where I was going with that thought. But as women, just be nicer, be more gentle, keep your heart open even if someone hurts you. I know it's hard. It's not easy at all. It fucking sucks. But that's who we are as nature. So just be nice to everyone and don't treat people based on a stereotype.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I pretty much agree with that video entirely. It's just like, because I feel like, or I mean, it goes both ways where like hella dudes dislike all girls, hella girls dislike all guys, but it's like that just shouldn't be the case because it's like one bad experience doesn't like represent the entire gender, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't excuse you treating everyone else of the same gender like that anymore. And it's like a like kill all men thing back in the day, you know what I mean? It's like, what is that? That's so weird, you know what I'm saying? But on to the next video. It's another video from this girl. It's just like a follow up to this video, I guess.
I have tried to film this video so many times, I do not even have the words. This is just so insane to me. I did not expect that video to be seen by not one person, and the fact that it has been seen by millions of people, see, like different people. I can't even wrap my head around it. And on top of that, so many people have resonated with it. I'm just so grateful that I got an opportunity to speak about something that was important to me and that I was passionate about. And it reached so many people. The amount of DMs and comments that I've gotten of people just genuinely thanking me for posting that video and sharing their stories with me and telling me why they resonate with that message so deeply, it genuinely fuels me. And the fact that I've gotten to talk to so many people, give advice to so many people, and help people feel better about situations that they are in, it genuinely makes me so happy. So if you watched that video and you really resonated with it and you felt a type of way about it, genuinely thank you so much, because this is what I love to do as a person. I love to help people. I love knowing that I can make someone feel seen and understood. So genuinely thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This girl seems like a genuine ass dude, and like, and just like that perspective from the first video, it's like that's such like a. I mean, in my opinion, it does make me feel seen. Makes a lot of people feel seen, probably. You know what I mean? And just, I guess, a girl understanding that perspective or taking the time to try to process and understand how like guys kind of go through it. It's kind of interesting to me because then it's like, so yeah, she got it pretty spot on, like in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's really interesting. And not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who like deep talks. You know what I mean? Just like talking about random topics. I feel like this seems like such like a cool ass person to just talk and talk and talk about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know if you guys disagree, agree. If you guys, just let me know. But like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Check out another one. Peace out, YouTube.